A few months had passed since we first reunited.
Oh!
One day after classes had let out, Yurika suddenly took off running. As I watched in confusion, she turned back and waved me over.
Alistair! Alistair!
When I approached, she held up a cat. Aw, but he's scared of cats.
Meow!
Ugh!
Surprise!
Cat!
Yep, it's a cat!
Sorry, but cats?
Make you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, sorry for laughing. That was rude.
I don't blame you. I am the pathetic loser who's afraid of cats.
No, that's not true. I don't think you're pathetic at all, Alistair.
What?
Aha, you're blushing!
No, I'm not!
Aw, we got a blushy Alice. So cute. She was just testing you to see if you still don't like cats, from her memories.
By this point, I'd gotten used to my new life, but we were still distant.
Yeah, because you have big wall energy coming off you.
How's it going? Have you settled into your new routine?
Yes, sir.
You can be honest with me, you know. I'm not your family. I'm just your doctor.
My new family treats me very well. My adoptive parents are really kind, and I can tell they're doing everything they can for me. But...
Is it Yurika?
He had guessed correctly. A cold sweat trickled down my back.
Is Yurika bothering you?
No, she doesn't bother me. I'm just... a little uncomfortable around her, I guess. For some reason, whenever I look at her, my chest gets all tight. I think it's because she's so perfect and beautiful and competent. It makes me feel bad by comparison.
So you don't like being around her?
No, that's not it.
I see. Well, I'm not gonna force you to be her best friend. If you don't like her, just ignore her.
Right.
Ryoshi, are you just playing dumb, or do you not get that this boy is, like, into your sister? Because I feel as a playboy you should know this.
To be clear, I didn't especially dislike her. But whenever we were together, it felt like someone was holding a mirror up to all my flaws. It wasn't me she was seeing. It was Alice.
That she loves you, flaws and all. You don't understand. This is what we've been trying to prove to you.
On my way home from the hospital, I passed a group of schoolgirls.
She drives me crazy.
You're really mad about it, huh?
She's just such an attention whore. Just because she's mixed race or something, she's allowed to have permed hair when the rest of us aren't. And her eyes are creepy.
I thought she said it was all natural.
She's probably lying about it. And the way she talks is so obnoxious. Yeah, it's definitely pretty weird.
Something about this conversation gave me pause, but I didn't put it together until later. Our poor girl. Does she perm her hair, or is that her natural curls?
Hey, Arisu?
What's up?
There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Sorry, but I'm not accepting any declarations of love right now.
I can't even confess? I mean, no, that's not it! Why do you talk all weird?
Sokana?
That! Exactly! You keep switching languages!
Is it really that weird?
Super weird, dude. You You agree with me, right, Blondie?
I dodged the question. Sure, she spoke in a mix of Japanese and English, but it didn't seem all that strange to me.
I mean, I spent my childhood speaking both languages, you know? Code switching is just easier than trying to commit to one of the two. Besides, it's what makes me unique.
Unique?
Yep.
She nodded, smiling.
Say, Alice, mind if we stop by the store real quick?
Sure, I don't mind. Oh, it's Arisu. Nice to see you again, cutie.
Thanks! Is there a cutie discount I can get?
Wow, you're so fluent in our language. Just then, a thought occurred to me. Maybe she was switching languages on purpose. Maybe she was playing the part of the silly foreigner in order to draw attention away from me, the guy who didn't look Japanese. That was when I realized who those schoolgirls were gossiping about. So I decided to ask Ryoshi about it. They were siblings, so I figured he would have some insight. Hey, could I ask you something? Has Yurika always talked like that?
Huh?
The code switching, I mean.
Oh, that.
I don't remember her doing that back when we first met.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I hadn't seen her in years until she moved back. But she was living overseas with her mother, so I figure it's a habit she developed there.
Right. I guess that makes sense. Honestly, this came as a surprise to me. I thought families always knew everything about each other, but apparently not. You know, I'm amazed you all decided to live so far apart.
Well, our parents are busy people. Mom's got her research facility overseas, and Dad keeps getting bounced around from one place to the next. Come to think of it, this might be the first time we've all gathered together in one place.
Was Yurika always by herself too?
Yeah, she was.
For the first time, I had discovered a crack in her seemingly perfect facade. Slowly but surely, I was starting to understand her.
Sorry about that. Were you waiting long?
Not really. I looked at her. Her red and blue eyes seemed to sparkle in the light.
What?
Oh, man, you got up that courage. Hello. I love your gemstone eyes and soft, fluffy hair. It's what makes you you.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Just a random thought I had. She fell silent for a moment, then smiled softly.
Thanks.
No problem.
How long are you guys gonna pretend to be dumb to each other? Gosh, just kiss.
The more I learned about her, the more curious I became. Now that I think about it, how does she act when it's one of my other personalities? Then one day, I decided to lay a trap.
Okay. How much do you know of your other personalities by this point? Can you fake like the wizard could?
Is it cool if I come in?
Sure.
I visited her room pretending to be Cinderella.
Okay. All right. I'm curious.
Why him? Because he had the most distinctive speech patterns that I felt I could replicate.
Compared to Kaguya? Alright, well, I like that the wizard and Alice are both like, I'm just going to pretend to be other people. Poor Yurika.
What you up to?
Just finishing up my homework.
Sure is rough being a student. She stared deeply into my eyes and snickered.
You don't normally do this, do you, Alistair? Actually, I think this is the first time.
Huh? I never imagined she would see right through me. You can tell it's me.
Of course I can. It's you, silly.
Girl got him right away. After that, the vibe between us slowly began to shift. Hey, I finished sweeping the floor.
Thanks.
This place used to be a cafe, right?
Supposedly. My parents are a little eccentric, so they bought the place and turned it into a summer home. They renovated all the furnishings and stuff, but the rest is intact.
Wow. Back when this place was first built, Japan was dipping its toes into Western culture. Women were starting to advocate for themselves, and society started to favor personal freedom. They called it Taisho democracy. I'm learning about it in class.
Hey, that Taisho comes back again. Yep, and it was during the Taisho era that Japan's first cafe was built.
Whoa. You know, Arisu, you're a great cook. If this was actually a cafe, you'd probably get a lot of customers.
Aw, you think so? That's so sweet.
Apparently she didn't notice. I had summoned all my courage to say it, but the attempt ended in failure. Awkwardly, I averted my eyes.
Wait, did you just...
Sorry. I wasn't sure how I'm supposed to address you, so I just kind of picked at random. Sorry if I offended you.
No, not at all. Now, say it again.
What?
Say my name.
Arisu?
What's up, Alistair?
She smiled bashfully. Just like she used to all those years ago.
Oh, it's so cute, my heart.
From there, we stumbled headfirst into yet another turning point. You sure you'll be okay?
I'll be fine. If I need anything, I can always ask Ryoshi. I can handle the cooking and cleaning all on my own. And you know I'm on top of my schoolwork, too.
Right, I suppose so. Ryoshi, please look after these two.
Of course.
If anything happens, get in touch. I'll try to come home as fast as I can.
Okay.
And so Mr. and Mrs. Arisu went back to the big city.
And now we're alone for real. Guess it's just you and me from now on.
Yeah. That being said, her parents didn't come home much to begin with, so nothing would really change.
Are you gonna miss them?
I don't know. They're not my parents, so you'll probably miss them more than I do. According to Ryoshi, their family situation had resulted in Yurika spending a lot of time home alone. So I figured she was probably happier with her family around for a change. But then she smiled and said,
I'll be fine as long as I've got you.
Back in my bedroom, her words replayed in my head over and over. She'll be fine as long as she's got me. What does she mean by that? With my multiple personalities, I'm like a whole party rolled into one, I guess? Or could she have feelings for me? No way. That's just not possible. I hadn't done anything to earn her love.
Except tell her she was pretty and helped her to stop crying when she was feeling all strange and things. And you were her friend for a whole summer when everyone else is like, you're weird and strange looking. Why would she ever fall for you?
After a lot of waffling back and forth, I decided to ask her directly. Arisu, I'm coming in.
Why would you... Last time you hey, can I come in? Now you're like, I'm just coming in.
When I opened the door, I found her standing there in her underwear. Flustered, I slammed the door shut again.
Well, what did you expect?
Sorry, I didn't think to ask if you were changing. My heart thumped in my chest. The image of her scantily clad body was now burned into my retinas.
Yeah? How's that courage doing now?
Eventually, the door opened and she reappeared, fully dressed this time. Hey, I'm really sorry.
Did you see? You saw my naked body, didn't you?
Well... As she pressed me, I floundered.
Are you going to make it up to me?
How? As I stared back at her wordlessly, her expression softened.
Just kidding. It's okay. No big deal.
Oh. Okay. No big deal. In other words, she didn't see me that way.
Don't assume that, you dum-dum. So, what did you need?
I forgot.
Are you serious?
Man, I'm so dumb.
Oh, Alice, you shot yourself in the foot. Multiple times. Oh, good grief. Communication, it's a beautiful thing.
Time passed and autumn rolled in.
Yo, Blondie!
Wolf.
Morning, Arisu!
Good morning.
What's for lunch today?
Wolf reached out to Yurika and she handed him the lunch bag she was carrying.
Here you go.
Woohoo! Arisu's home cooking is all mine, baby!
She had started making lunches not just for me, but for Wolf, too.
I remembered you hate onions, so I put in a whole bunch.
Ew!
Oh, and a nice salad.
Come on, Arisu. I'm a growing guy, remember?
And growing guys need to eat their veggies. Right, Alistair?
Huh? Oh. Right.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. All good.
Mm-hmm. You sure?
After a while, it was time for us to part ways.
See you later, Alistair.
Yeah. See you. I waved goodbye, and they headed off without me. Deep down, a voice inside me told me to just accept it. We were the same age, but I was going to community college while she was enrolled in a 4-year university. We couldn't be together 24/7. But if only I could go to the same college as her.
Sup, bro?
I sensed Wolf approaching and deftly dodged.
Hey, don't dodge me! You almost made me fall over!
Of course I'm going to dodge. Find someone else's shoulder to smack. What are you even doing here, Wolf? You don't need to take the street to get from your house to the college.
Huh? Oh, well, Arisu told me she takes the long way around so she can walk you to school every day, so I thought I'd join.
Oh, really? How very interesting.
Arisu, where's my lunch, dude?
It's right here, actually. I held up his lunch bag and he gleefully reached out for it.
Ooh, thanks a million!
I see your Gretel is coming out, Alice.
Then I silently dropped it on the ground.
Gah! My lunch!
Oh no, I'm so sorry. My hand slipped.
You liar! You did that on purpose, didn't you?
If only.
Well, you did it at least in a dream world.
For a moment, the silly fantasy made me laugh to myself. But then the depression returned. That would never happen. No matter how envious I was, I would never be able to close the gap now. If only I was a year younger, then I'd have no trouble accepting my position. Sometime afterwards, Ryoshi informed me that a new personality had been born. Yeah. There it is.
Gretel. He's the fifth one. Or maybe the sixth.
And they're all based on fairy tales, huh?
Apparently. Goes to show just how deeply your subconscious mind is imprinted on those stories.
Yeah, I can kind of feel it. My mother loved fairy tales, so I have a lot of memories of her reading them to me. But why was Gretel born? I thought things were more stable now.
It's because of Yurika.
What?
I mean, not entirely because of her, obviously. But she set the stage for it.
He fixed me with a hard look.
Alistair, how have you been feeling, now that the two of you are living alone together?
How I'm feeling? What do you mean? I averted my eyes. It felt like he knew I had feelings for her.
Are you perhaps feeling a little inferior?
Well, he wasn't wrong. My feelings for Yurika were complex, to say the least. Truth be told, part of me envied her many talents.
Relax. It's not wrong to feel that way. But if you let it consume you, you'll self-destruct. You're stuck spending all hours of the day with someone who has everything you lack. Anyone would feel bitter.
Sure, but it isn't her fault. She never asked me to start comparing myself to her. I'm the one to blame. Do you think I should distance myself from her?
Quite the opposite. She needs you.
She does.
Yes. You. Well, not just you. Everyone says she's smart and competent. But to me, she's a fool. She only cares about the guy she likes. To her, everyone else is just a pawn on the chessboard. Her older brother, her parents, her friends.
Hold on a minute. The guy she likes.
What? You haven't noticed? Yurika is in love with you.
What? In love? With me? That can't be true. She has no reason to be in love with me.
She does. But I guess you must have forgotten. You're the only person who can understand her, kid.
Arisu is in love with me? Well, that's just Ryoshi's theory. But could he be right? Could she really be in love with me? Or is it one of the other guys in my head? The more I thought about her, the less I understood.
What is this?
What the... The next morning, I awoke to find her asleep in bed next to me.
Oh no, is this after the wizard? Please don't let this be after the wizard, that's so awkward. Oh no. Oh no.
Arisu? Then it hit me and I bolted upright. Why are you in my bed?
Oh, sorry. Last night, Gretel was resting his head in my lap. We must have dozed off.
I'm so sorry. I apologized and raced out of the room.
Wait a minute, this is my room. Oh, Alice. Please let it be that that was the reason and not that it was right after the wizard and her did the thing.
Wait, it's my room. Why should I have to leave? But then again, she had my head in her lap. It wasn't me, though. I thought back to the way she looked in her underwear. Ah, yes.
Alice?
Ah!
Sorry. Did I cross a line?
What? No, not really. I wasn't involved, so... What about you, Arisu? You don't have to do that stuff if you don't want to.
I don't mind it, actually.
Oh. This came as a bit of a relief. At the very least, she didn't seem upset with me.
Say, Alice, what do you want to have for breakfast?
Anything's fine.
Yeah? Maybe I'll make eggs Benedict. Does that sound good?
Yeah,
Cool. I'll call you when it's ready.
thanks. She smiled warmly, then headed off to the kitchen. She doesn't mind. Because it's me? Or because it's Gretel? Hard to say.
Yeah, that's quite the pickle you got there, sir. No wonder you're like, I just don't know. All right, back to Darkness Town. Wizard, I'm coming for you, sir, so please talk to me about things. Just a little bit, just a smidge. The next thing I knew, I found myself in the darkness. This is nothing like before. It took a lot of courage to take even a single step forward, especially when it was too dark to even see my own body. Alice? Where are you? Answer me! Alice! Step by step, I stumbled forward on shaky legs. It was all I could do. Throws the curtain, throws the cape around her.
Hello there, little heroine.
Ah! A dark shadow fell over me. Strange, I know, since I was already enshrouded in darkness, and I jumped back in alarm.
Did I scare you? I had a feeling you'd be arriving any minute now.
Mr. Wizard! Let me guess. This is your world? A dark presence in a dark world. It was all very strange, really. Normally, you'd think I wouldn't be able to see him, yet I could clearly make out his figure before me.
Oh, sounds like you've remembered almost everything now. Well, that saves me some time.
The wizard scrutinized me carefully. He knew the truth of this story, too. Are you another one of Alistair's personalities?
Indeed I am. However, I am a little different from the rest. I am the wizard, a flawless specimen who possesses the memories of all the others.
How will you respond to the wizard's self-introduction? Well, we can either tell him he sounds confident or ask about the flawless thing. If I've learned anything from the choices I've picked up to this point, it's don't ask questions about things that we should already know about these boys, so... yeah, I think I'm just gonna tell him he sounds confident, because he does. His light-hearted tone suggested a playful, devil-may-care personality. I smiled in spite of myself. Well, you sure sound confident.
I get that a lot.
He shot me a wink. Why is your world so much darker than the rest? I glanced around as I spoke. It's as empty as the place I first found myself. Do you feel lonely here in the world of darkness? Of course not. The wizard's here with me. But oddly enough, I don't feel lonely here.
Well, because it's my world, of course.
He murmured quietly. Then our eyes met, and he donned the same smirk he wore back when I first saw him.
Now then, little heroine, this game of chess has reached its climax. You now know what you must do.
Yeah.
You must catch Alice and return to the looking-glass room.
The what?
It is the place where we were born, and the place that connects the looking-glass world to reality. It is the place where you first found yourself. And everyone is waiting for the two of you to arrive.
Ah, so they have been gathering there. I hoped so. Everyone? As in the other guys I parted ways with?
That's correct. After you parted ways with them, they were summoned to the looking-glass room.
Oh, excellent. Glad we're still getting the nameless vibes going.
All for the sake of the king and queen. They have regained their original memories, and now they remember what role they must serve.
What about you? Do you know what role to serve?
But of course! I received my orders directly from the queen herself.
You mean her, right? His eyes twinkled affectionately.
Yes, that's right. Yurika Arisu. She instructed me to move the story along. Sometimes an ally, sometimes an enemy. The bearer of great and mysterious power. And so I have appeared before you countless times, my little pawn.
Wow, really? In that case, is Alice the king?
No, he is merely a pawn like you.
Huh?
Alice exists within the Red King's dreams. Say, little heroine, which does the queen truly prefer? Alice or Alistair? I imagine you would know, seeing as you're halfway her. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. In the end, we are all Alistair's stepping stones.
I was suddenly starting to sympathize with the wizard. Yeah, no, I've been there, girl, and I know what you're feeling. And you're fine with that?
It is what the queen desires,
He answered without hesitation.
I am in love with her, and so I happily agreed to be her pawn. Now then, I must be going. If you're looking for Alice, I think he's up ahead.
And so the wizard walked off into the darkness with a swish of his cape, leaving me behind. Wait! I called out to him as he disappeared into the distance. Won't you come with me through the looking glass? At this, he spun on his heel.
Good grief. Every version of you is so demanding.
An exasperated smile crept upon his lips as he spoke, but you love that.
Now then, allow me to take your hand, princess. I shall escort you to him.
And so we joined hands. Oh, my wizard heart.